Hello, everyone, and welcome to our Meet and Recharge Elementary Edition. Today, we have four amazing CATs that are going to be joining us and showcasing what tools they're currently using in the classroom and just telling us how they use them. We have Zoila Mendez, Lisette Torres, Roberto Martinez, and Gabriela Cantu. To start us off, let me just let you know that there's some housekeeping rules. Make sure that you keep your mic muted unless you're the one actually doing the presentation. Feel free to type questions in the chat section. The person doing the presentation afterwards might be able to read them, or myself and Debbie will be able to help you out and try to answer those questions. If you have not registered on the PD system, do so by going and registering session 300-169. That is 300-169. And remember to use checking code PSJ Tech on the PD system so you can be counted present and for our raffle at the end. Starting us off on this Unmute and Recharge session, we have Zoila Mendez, who is our CAT and also a teacher at Garcia Elementary. She's going to be talking about quizzes. Go ahead, Zoila.
Hello. Real quick, we are using quizzes. We usually do our weekly orthografía and spelling test. And that's a platform that we've been using. We record the word and then the students have to spell out the word on quizzes. So I'm going to show you the way we've been using it. Let me share my screen real quick. Okay, so like, for example, this is my quiz. I just record the word. And let me see. I don't know if you can.
We can't hear Zoila if it's working. So maybe, are you sharing sound?
Let me see. Let me go back over here. Oops. It should be. My God.
When you go to share, there's a little toggle at the top that says include computer sound.
Let me. Okay, there you go. There. No. Can you see my screen or no?
No, you go ahead. It hasn't come in yet. So you do have to click on the screen after you turn on that toggle.
Okay, again. There you go. Okay, so this is what the students see. They hear the voice and then they give them the little squares where they're gonna write down the word. And then it shows the answer. So that's how we've been using it lately for spelling and orthografía. And even with the acentos, because the students' laptops, they can turn into tablets and they're able to click on the acentos for the Spanish words. So we just record the word. Escribe la palabra Panamá. And then the students hear the word and then they type out the word. A conocer Panamá. So that's how we've been using it. And also we do it in English.
Type the word.
See? So they just get
type the word tutor.
And the kids write down the word in each little square. So that's one way we've been using it. Another way that we discover, it has very similar properties as the testing site that we have. So it gives them the test. Let me see if I can. We upload the test or the PDF, the story, and then we add the questions. and it allows us to do multiple choice and multi-select questions. It also allows us to do open-ended response. And the students have the selection in one half of the screen and then the question on the other half, just the way they have on the test. But I was talking to Valentin, and we want to do that for our weekly test because there's nowhere that the students can actually practice with the story and the questions side by side. So that's what we've been doing. Sir, give me 1 second. Okay, sorry. So this is the way we do. We create it comprehensive. You can create the test. For example, I'm gonna upload my selection. See, so I upload the question, and then here I can actually add my question. And then my responses, A, B, C, and D. And I save the question. Okay, so when I'm done, I can also give them different, the timing for the questions. And when they see it, they see the selection on one side and the question on the other. So that's what we've been using, and they have the tools here to highlight or write on the selection just like on the test. So that's what we've been doing, and it gives you options to add multiple choice, filling the blank, and open-ended questions, which is what we see on our, what we're gonna be looking at in our benchmark. So this is what we've been using for our weekly test. We really like it. We think it's, but the only thing is that we have to pay for the membership. It's not free, but I think it's worth it because it's giving us a similar view of the test questions like we have in our benchmarks or the STAR test. So even though we have to pay, pues it's better than having something similar than having to, because we usually do ESOL, but on the ESOL, students have to be scrolling back and forth. And in this one, they'll be able to have it back side to side. So that's how we've been using quizzes in the classroom. And it has helped us a lot because the students are able to be practicing on the computer. So that's what I have for quizzes.
Thank you.
Okay, go.
Great job. And following up next, our CIT and teacher also from Sorensen Elementary, Lisette Torres. Go ahead, Lisette.
Hi, I'm Lisa Torres. I don't know if you want to go by the slides. I had the pictures, and then I can give the example. I did a little passage on it. Can you present the slides, the Google one? And then I'll go and share my screen in a bit. So the reason I like this, when I was doing elementary pre-K3 with the little ones, I've noticed that a lot of the images that we have tied already with our resources are very outdated. And another issue is that they prefer to have more realistic images for the kids so that they can associate it with things around their life. So if we're gonna talk about a cat, they don't want to see a cartoon cat, they want to see a real cat. If we want to talk about cars, not a toy car, they want to see a full car. So I started changing some of the images that I have on my resources to actual images, and that's when I started looking for these programs. And the one that's been helping me a lot is this one. We're using, well, I'm using Microsoft Bing, and what one thing is it's secure. So what I like is that if the AI creates images that are not appropriate or anything, it will block them and won't show them. So what it works is where you see right there, create an image from words with your AI. You describe what you want in that box. So right now we're reading a story about a play about kids playing basketball. You can tell the AI, I want a boy playing basketball in a park, or you can make it in the gym, and then the AI will take the responses that you want, the descriptions of it, and it'll create an image. So on the next slide, if you can go ahead and go, I put that I just wanted something simple, a real cat playing with a red ball of yarn. And it created 4 different options of a cat playing with a red yarn. Now, some of the images, I don't want them to have a background because I remove it, and then it's easier for me to add it to other images. So then it's easier for me to remove it. If you want to be specific, you can say the cat playing with a ball of yarn with a white background, or the cat playing with a red yarn in the woods. And depending on what you want is specifically with the stories or the subject you want to go over, you're able to customize the image, which is takes a lot of hassle from us. You don't have to be artistic or anything. The computer's going to do the image for you. So the next slide. Like I was saying, we were reading the story, and there's a kid creating playing basketball, and this is the pictures it gave me. Now, let's say you want to be silly, and well, how else can you play basketball, or you want to say something random? I added the prompt, a boy playing basketball on top of a bike, and that's what it gave me, a boy playing basketball on top of a bike. You can say a boy playing basketball under the sea, and it's all depending on what you're giving the AI the prompts to perfect it. Now, where did that come useful to me? um, for my alphabet, I was gonna show you the image, and I know you kind of see it in the top. I got real animals for the kids. So instead of saying just a picture of a fish, a cartoon fish, I asked, can you give me a real fish? And then from the ones that I liked, I ended up cutting out the background and adding it. So if you want to do for your vocabulary words, your word walls, your science vocabulary words, you can give the AI the prompts that you want on what you specifically working on. Magnets, I know I had tadpoles. I did the life cycle of a frog with frog eggs, tadpoles, and you could even do an ecosystem of a frog. The possibilities are really endless for you. Like, you have many options or many ways you can apply this within your classroom. Um, did you want me to give an example of how to do it online? I know I was having trouble with the desktop because the internet went out today, but I can try to do it here on Safari. This is where I did the prompts right now. I don't, let me see if it works though. Are you able to see my screen? Yes.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So when you go home, I just go to images, and it's really quick to see right there. Create, and then let's say uh, a pond with rocks. Let me see. Pond does it work? There we go. Sorry, my keyboard isn't really using out to regular. You can go In a perfect world, this would have already started. I'm so sorry. I don't know why the chat is not working. Sorry guys, I am so sorry for this. I don't know why my keyboard decided to have a moment today. Frogs and maybe frogs at. Yes, they can, guys. Sorry, I have my kids here for coding as well. Create. So right now it's loading. These are other options. While it's loading, it's telling you the AI is creating it right now. But these are other searches that I've done. For example, I wanted a real fish with a white background. You have it right here on the side. I have also been doing stickers for my kiddos. So I told the AI to create cute, adorable animals or camping themes. And this is where I've been getting some sticker options. So it saves your searches from before. Now, as you see, it gives you the 4 options. Now, if you don't like it, let's say you want to put an alligator or something, you can always go back to the same prompt and put at 9. At night. Maybe an elephant at night with and something else. Or a cowboy with a that would be out of the blue with a cowboy. And then it has all the options there. You can surprise yourself. It makes something and you can work. If you put surprise me, they create something and maybe you can use it for something else. Tie it to having the kids. Okay, you see this image? Can you write a prompt about this image? What do you see? What do you think happened here? That's another nice feature. As you can see, it creates it really quickly, and I think they're really pretty images. You can make them look realistic. I prefer realistic pictures. Make them look relatable to the kids. Cowboy, real. Of course, the more prompts you put, it gets little different. It's kind of, this one can pull it off. But they're actually pretty big size. I know one of them covers a full page, and it's a really good resolution, at least to my benefit. I think they come out nicely. I don't know if you have any questions. If you want another example.
No, thank you for sharing. We love creating images with AI, and thank you for sharing how Bing Chat works
Yes.
for creating those images. Test them out also on Canva. They have really cool image creation on them too.
Thank you. No,
Thank
yes,
you so
there's
much.
a lot of programs out there. This one to me, I just been using it forever, but I have been using the one from Canva, and the ones that they have available is good there too. I don't know, this one is accessible to everyone, so I like to start from here. But yes, there's many out there that you can try, but this is how you can apply it to the classroom. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you so much. And next, we have Roberto Martinez, our CIT and teacher at McKeever Elementary. Go ahead, Roberto. We can't hear you. You're muted.
Okay, sorry.
There we
Good afternoon
go.
to all of you. I was busy right now with the NHS because we have it today this evening, so I was helping the fourth grade teachers. Well, I'm gonna be short and sweet. I'm doing the reading coach with Microsoft. To be honest, at the beginning, of the year, I was all overwhelmed at the first meeting, and were you guys were giving us all the tools necessary to do all these new applications and new programs that we can use, and the one that actually I've been using a lot is going to be the Microsoft Reading Coach, and because in my school now, because I'm coming from another district, but they were using this booklet right here. Okay, so everything was manually. So at the beginning of the year, when we went to the first training, and I was looking at the reading coach, I was like, that's a pretty good idea. I mean, do AI with reading. So at the beginning, the students were so against it. At the beginning, they were like, no, sir, because I'm recording myself and I don't want to hear my voice. And I said, you know what? Let's look at the benefits of it. So the benefits were like, you know what? You can see what you're saying. I can see what you're doing next to your classmates, because some of them were distracted. They were not paying attention, and they were seeing that everything was being recorded. And that was actually was my own evidence that I can see what they're doing while they were recording themselves when they were doing the reading passages. So basically, little by little, it took me time to practice with them. But now that every Friday, they know I said the fluency check, I already posted, and then basically they just take ownership of their own learning, and I can see the progress now that they love to see themselves in the big screen on the screen here in the classroom, and they love to see themselves. So you know what? I went up in my words per minute. Oh, I went with my accuracy. No, I have making less mistakes on my five most words. So they're motivated every Friday, and they're willing to do it every Friday. So I don't know how can I share my screen so they can see any like the improvement of the kids, and you can see like, because I'm telling you, I can see almost everywhere, because everywhere has their own recording device or their own laptop, and I can see what they're doing around. So I don't know if I can do, how can I do that? This is my first time also teaching
So
through.
go to the share area on the top right corner. You will see an arrow with a square going up. Click
Got
on it. Then select from there the screen or the window, but I will say select screen because you have to go to Teams.
Right.
And then
There
if
you
you
go.
want to include the audio, you could toggle out. If not, you wouldn't have to hear the audio, but then open your Teams.
Yes. So this is my Teams, and then also I've been playing with Teams too. Like now I was completely lost at the beginning. Then I went to Teams and okay, I had 3 classes. It's like Google Classroom, basically it's almost the same thing, but in a different format. So when I was assigning the assignments, you see right here, it's everything. No, this is the IT. No, not that one right here. This is my homeroom. So basically, I've been doing every week. I do like second 6 weeks of the 5th week. So I'm doing all of those. So if I go to the fluency checks, it took me forever to practice, but little by little, I was like learning at the same time, and the kids were taking ownership of their own learning. So when I go to the assignments now, and I show all of this to the kids, because I don't like, I like to provide that feedback all the time. So I can see that they have to turn in. So when, on a good example, it can be, there's a competition right now with 2 students, and the ones that are always competing is gonna be, let's see, where is she? Oh, right here. So this is one of my students. So, and I show them in the screen. So you know what? This is your words per minute. This is the most missed questions. And then now they like to be hidden under the counter because they want their own space. So I was thinking about getting like, I don't know, like any like pillows or something like that, because they're feeling comfortable. And then you can see here the accuracy. Okay. And I can tell them also, oh, you went 6% up, or you went 1% up. And then they can see the challenges there, but at the same time, they are learning on their words per minute, and also their fluency, because I noticed that a lot of my students, they were having a lot of issues with reading. And then this is one example, and then you can see the student right here, like underneath the counter. And I'll give him just 1 minute. So that's an example of it. Okay, and then another one is always in the same discussion of being the best ones in reading coach. Is this another student? So they have a competition. If you notice right here, 159 correct words and then +7. So and I'm telling you, you know what? This time you were distracted because he turned around and he was talking to someone else, but the time is always there. So they have that clue that the time will continue. They will not stop. So that's another option. And then like about 3 or 4 weeks ago, I asked Ms. Pingo about how to get the reports. So now I can show the kids to go to the insights, and then also I can do the weekly report. And I was playing with it first, and then I just go to reading basically. And then in my reading, you can see right here the accuracy is still low, but they're improving. Okay. And then after that, if I go to the 3 points and I show the kids this, and then I go and export it to Excel, and then I go to my report, and then it's right here. And basically, I'm going to show you the report right here. So, and then I go to reading progress, and you can see right here, they're going up. Like, for example, the first student, 69 words per minute, 81, 94, 115, 122. So you can see the progress in there. And then 101, 128. So the accuracy and the words per minute are also improving, and the omissions also. Like if you notice 1, 3, 6. And so little by little, they're getting the hang of it. So this is the one of the tools that I've been using in the classroom mostly every Friday, and then now they are expecting, oh, fluency check, and they're getting ready, and then they even say, hey, be quiet because I'm gonna record myself. So little by little, they're actually improving, and also they actually like it. So this is what I've been practicing. I hope I can get more tools, and then probably by next semester, I'm trying to now incorporate more flip because we are getting close to TELPAS. So this is another practice for TELPAS, especially when they're speaking to themselves, because at the beginning they were so shy. And then also they were not secure about themselves, because when they were talking, they didn't like about their voice, or they didn't like that someone was looking at them. So they were not feeling with that. There was no judgment, basically, in other words. So I liked it. So I use it every single Friday, and that's what I like about reading coach. So thank you for your thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
No problem.
And last but not least, to close us off, Gabriela Cantu, our CIT teacher from Palm Elementary. She's going to be talking about game-based learning platforms. Go ahead, Gabby.
Let me just minimize it. Hello, my name is Gabriela Cantu, and yes, I'm going to be presenting on the math, some of the platforms that I use besides Nearpod. I know Nearpod, it's already has everything in there, and at the end they can play a game for them to check their understanding on the concept. But besides those two, I like using Kahoot. This one, I have been using it for many years, and then recently I found the 99 Math. So let me just really quick explain what both of them are, and then I'll go and show you how I use it in the classroom. So with Kahoot, it's a free game-based learning platform, and it's very basic. You can also buy it. Right now there's a promotion, and I was thinking of paying, but I'm like, should I not? And I was looking back and forth. And then it is a multiple choice for students at the end. Like I use it a lot for math. To at the end on Thursdays, on Fridays, we play Kahoot to see how they're doing, if I have to go and back and review anything that I've been covered. And it can be played either live, or it can also be a student pace, and you can share the Kahoots through Google Classroom. That's the easiest way for my students to access the games. The other one, it's 99 Math, and you look for it like that, 99math.com. And again, this one, it's also free for teachers, and you can also play it live, and it's or student pace. And this one, it's a little bit different because it doesn't allow you to modify the quizzes or the the skill that they're practicing. It just gives them the activities and they just play. And this one, it gives them 3 rounds and students at the end see how they did. So let me go real quick to Kahoot first. So if you want to go, you can just put kahoot.com. And these are the promotions they have right now. And I know they had one on the Cyber Monday, and I was looking at it. I'm like, oh, should I log in or should I do it or not? So the login, you just go. You can do it with your own credentials, or you can do Google through the PSJ. Now I already have mine open. And here, this is the free version. Right now they have $9.99 per month, but they do offer a lot of different access, a lot. So if you want to look into it, maybe it's something that you want to use for your campus. Now here, this is a homepage, and if you want to use it, you just have to go to Discover and look for something that you're teaching. So this week for us, it was money. So I go and search something for money. And it also gives you a filter to see, your grade level, if you want to do it by your grade level or by subject. It's up to you. Once you click on your grade level, it will give you the options that you have for free. And then here it gives you the options. You see, it tells you how many people have played these and how many questions it has. So let's say I want to play this one. It has 20 questions. When I click on this one, it takes you to the question, how it looks, how many seconds they have. And if you like it, you can always, on Kahoot, what I like is that you can modify the questions. So here, if I want to get this one, I click on the 3 little dots right here, and I'm going to duplicate it. And now I have access to it. Once you duplicate the Kahoot, now you can click again on the edit, on the little pencil, and it allows you to edit the question. So you can totally change the way the question is asked. You can change the time. This one, it's only 20 seconds. I'm not gonna change the theme right here. And here it tells you, okay, question number 1 is only 20 seconds. If you think your students will need more time, you can change it there. And you can erase also questions. Let's say you only want 5 questions. So you can click on the delete button, and then you can exit or save it. And then you can preview it to see how your students are going to play. What I like about Kahoot is that it allows me to see how the students are doing. It gives you a report. So let me see where, because now they moved it every time you log in. Oh, they're here on the left side. So if you go to reports, you can see here, this one we play live, and I can see how many students they got it right. You can assign it to the Google Classroom, and you can leave it open. Like this one will end in 25 days, this one in 6 days. So I leave it there. I created Kahoot, and then with different, like the one for money, the one for addition with regrouping, and then you have all of them. I think I have from previous 2020 something. So if I go and click on one that I have finished, I'm gonna click on this one. It tells me how my students did, and then Dylan, what he got. If they need 3 students need help, I can click on their name and see, okay, he didn't answer it, he didn't answer it. So either he was playing around or he was just clicking whatever. So I can go back and ask him, and show them these and tell them, okay, this is how you did. Maybe he didn't understood, or maybe he was just playing, or so that way you can see how your students are doing. You can also go and see the questions and see, okay, question number 1, 74 of my students got it right. So I know these ones were good for them. This one was hard, so I can go back and check also, okay, which ones did they got wrong, who got it right, and who got it wrong. So this is Kahoot. The other one, it's very similar. The other one is the 99 Math, and you can also log in with your PSJ credentials. You can put the Google Classroom also, and what I like about this one It's that they have math facts, like something fast for them to play, to practice when they finish doing an assignment in the classroom and they're asking you, what do I do next? Okay, they can go here and they can just do math facts for addition, kind of like Imagine Math. They have subtraction, multiplication, division. And for second grade, you can choose your skills here, whatever your grade level is. So for second grade, they have the topics here. And like last week, we were doing addition before we left, addition with regrouping. So I can just look for it and then choose it. And then here it tells you, you want to play live. This one, it doesn't allow you to change it. So you just play it live, or you want the students to practice individually at home or whenever they have a chance. They also give you a report. You also have access to the report. Here I can see that 65% didn't get this one, counting money up to $1, but they did got the counting up to 50 cents. I think it was this one, 86%. So if I open it, I can see here my students. And this one, it's not like Kahoot. This one, the faster they answer, the more problems they get. So here, this student did 30, and out of the 30, 27, he got correct. This one only did 15, but she got 15 correct. And then I can also click on the student and I can see the problems that this student got and the mistakes that they did and how long did it took them to do that problem. So I like this one too a lot because it tells me, you know, how my students are doing, and they can also do it at home. I told them you can do it at home. And this one I just found out 2 weeks ago, so we started using it. So, and sometimes they're like, Miss, are we gonna do it before the test? So they like playing both of them, the 99 Math, and it's different than the other ones. So some weeks I do this one and then Kahoot or Nearpod, and I change it like that. Any questions on any of these two?
I don't see any questions at all.
Both of them are free for the teachers to use. Okay, and that's my presentation.
Thank you so much, Gabby. Great job.